Hey, nice to see you again, guys.
Yeah, nice to see
Jacob,
you again.
congrats on the game. I already said that in back in November. Uh, how did you get along with the reception of the game?
It was good. I mean, you honestly never know, especially with this game where we were doing something very different. You never know what people are going to think of it, but it's nice. The team worked so hard, and the game took so long to make. I think if the reception hadn't been good, I wouldn't be here right now. I don't know. I'd be drinking in a bar somewhere, But no, it was good. It was really gratifying to see people really enjoying it.
So you're ready to unleash some DLC for the people who spent 200 hours plus into the game.
Yes, they need more to do. Man, people are putting a lot of time in, a lot of
Yeah,
time. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I was both Joe, who's the lead designer, and we both kind of alternated on designing some of these DLC characters, and I'm really excited for people to play Deadpool.
yeah. So the first DLC is about Deadpool. Uh, I mean, we all know where did the idea come from, but can you tell from your perspective what was the intention of bringing him back to life again?
Um, so it kind of goes in hand with our feeling about like the mood of the game. And the funny thing is, Deadpool at one point was on the base game roster. And the Marvel team was like, I don't think you want to do that. They're like, once Deadpool shows up, it's the Deadpool show, right? So like
Yeah.
everything is the Deadpool show. He sucks the air out of the room, and so of course we're like, oh, yeah, we shouldn't do that, but we really wanted to, because the game it's serious, but it's the kind of game that I think it's fun. Then after the game's done, you can have somebody come along and kind of like poke some fun at it, which Deadpool's perfect to do. These writers have done an amazing job, though. He is funny. He breaks the fourth wall. He's got really fun mechanics in combat, but he still has like all these DLC characters, right? They're fully featured, just like the base game characters. In fact, they have 3 story missions per character, which is more than some of the base game characters. So, but the fun thing is that then, Deadpool, everybody knows him as like the super jokester, which he is, and fourth wall breaking. But Deadpool is actually an interesting character. He's got some depth to him, right? He's self conscious about his appearance. He kind of hides a lot of his internal unhappiness or trepidation about himself with the jokes, and so that's kind of his arc. You get to sort of explore that. If you want to max out your friendship with Deadpool, you get to know him as more than just like constant jokes. Because in the comics, he is obviously still very funny, very fourth wall breaking, but he's got depth to him, and so we kind of wanted to do that. We want to tell that part of his story as well.
Yeah, I already had one conversation with him while I was stargazing uh, in the
Yeah,
evening, and he got a little up and opened up for me. But
yeah,
I see where you get there. When you get there, you get there, and I think it's pretty fun.
yeah.
So, do you recommend people playing the game um, for the new game plus for the DLC, or can you start right where you left off?
Yeah, you can start. So, yeah, Deadpool shows up after one of our very first missions, like right after you get Spidey, which is very early in the game. And then once Spider-Man reveals himself to be Peter Parker, that's when the mission shows up for Deadpool and some of our other DLC characters. And so I would personally, I mean, he'll show up wherever you are in the story, as long as you're past that point, which most players would be, I suppose. Like the mission will just be on the mirror table now. Once it's downloaded, it'll just be there. I mean, so you could play him in your base game. New Game Plus, you can play him. You still in New Game Plus though, he's not unlocked from the beginning. You still have to play it for the Spider-Man mission. Um, so yeah, I mean, the whole point is, unlike in the past with some of the DLCs we did for XCOM stuff like that, like players don't have to start a new game or anything like that. Deadpool can just drop in wherever you are.
All right, and do you recommend any level for the supporting characters when you go on the story missions, or it doesn't
Now,
matter?
you mean on the DLC story missions?
Yeah.
No, Deadpools were designed to be so. Well, this is the thing, right? So we talked about this a lot when we were designing these. You can go on those missions at any point. You can absolutely go on those early. Some of his later story missions, they do get pretty tough because we thought, well, if you're playing, a lot of players once they start playing with Deadpool and DLC characters, they're going to have a better understanding of the game. And so we didn't want them to just walk in with all their super modded cards and just blitz through our story. So some of the later Deadpool story missions, there are some moments you're like, oh, that's a lot of people to take out. So hopefully it gives a challenge for players.
Yeah, I'm right at that moment right now. So
okay, good.
I have some vampires to slay.
Yeah.
Speaking of it, where did the idea come from putting more or vampires into it? Is it because of Morbius, who's the third DLC?
Well, yes, we knew we wanted to have Morbius, and then you have Blade, and so we thought, well, we really want to tell this like cool. So like the Midnight Suns was kind of the original Rise of the Midnight Suns was this cool, like a lot of it took place in New York. And so we're like, yeah, we're gonna tell this New York vampire story, which Blade, of course, is the ultimate like vampire hunter in New York, but then there's Morbius is also this sort of New York character. And so we were like, this could be really, really fun for us to tell a long arching. So there's every DLC character is a part of this overarching story, actually. And then if you play through all character story, then there's a secret bonus mission at the end. But it's all tied to this. How can we we didn't want to tell a Chthon. We didn't want to tell like a Lilith story. We wanted to tell like, hey, let's tell a supernatural. It has to be supernatural because it's Midnight Suns. Like, why would the Midnight Suns be involved? So it has to be supernatural. But we don't want it to be like a Lilith demon story. And so we said, okay, well then obviously we want to tell like a really cool vampire story. And that way we could lean on things like Blade and Morbius, and then kind of pull it all together. So.
Okay, thank you very much. Speaking of the road ahead, can you spill the tea and then give any date for the next one, or
I don't know if we have a date. I know that I'm actively working. I made Morbius's outfits yesterday, actually. So I spent all day yesterday making Morbius's in Abby outfits. But I don't have a date for our next DLC drop. And Matt, do we have it? We don't have a date for that yet, right?
For Venom, I think.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay. So Venom is next, yeah, and then Morbius, and then Storm. So, yeah, they're coming.
And how long do you think it would take for people to complete the story DLC, apart from having him in the roster for playing the New Game Plus again with Deadpool and
right. So if each character has 3 narrative missions, and then they've got missions in between, and then if that's not taking into account, I mean, you're going to want to build. I mean, Deadpool has he has a really, really powerful Abby upgrade, You're definitely gonna want to build his Abby upgrade. So the research and stuff like that. I don't know, 3 story missions. What would that be? Maybe is it 6 hours? I mean, to do 3 story missions, would it be and missions in between? I don't know, anywhere from 4 to maybe I'm overestimating that time. I probably should have thought about this. I don't know, anywhere from 3 to 5 hours, 6 hours. I don't know. Yeah.
Depends on how good you are, right?
Depends on how good you are. Yeah. How much time you take with it, I suppose.
I mean, I recently got the truck, the Abby upgrade.
Oh yeah.
And now I'm at the 2nd mission.
Okay. Yeah.
Like in 2 hours, so
okay,
maybe 4 hours around.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then. That makes sense. Yeah, the truck, I love the idea. The truck is awesome. That's super powerful. Like basically the ability to get another move, per encounter is huge. Yeah, it's fun.
And did you get the chance to talk or communicate with Rob Liefeld about your DLC, or is it just with the Marvel?
No, I didn't, but it was fun to have Nolan back in the booth. So, Nolan North is viewing at least the English language version.
Yeah.
And it's fun to have him back because I always view him as kind of like the voice of Deadpool. But no, we didn't talk to Rob Liefeld actually. That's funny. That was a missed opportunity. I don't know how much he knows about games. I don't know how much he is involved in the game side of things, but yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys, thank you very much.